A story broke out yesterday night of Enzo Fernandez battle being won by United. Liverpool have been kicked away or knocked out by Manchester United in the Enzo Fernandez battle, and we are going to go on analyze and give you what we think about that. Then Erik ten Hag has come out and revealed the reasons as to why he has gone ahead to trigger the one-year contract of Rashford, Luke Shaw, Dalot, and Fred Rodriguez as regards to the future of Manchester United, because he has really given sounding reasons as to why they've gone ahead to go on and do that. Welcome to this channel, United Matters channel, and where you guys happy Merry Christmas, because we are left with just hours to hit a new day where Jesus Christ was born. And guys, please enjoy responsibly, to see to it that you keep your life viable and safe. Not so? I think let's get rolling. Rock and David is my name, and the channel is United Matters channel. Now, the person known as Bruno Andrade, he's from Portugal. He works for CNN Portugal, has come out and really told us that behind the scenes, Man United warned that they are willing to pay Enzo Fernandez's termination fee of 120 million euros. That is 100 million pounds. Now, one will ask him herself, why is it 120 million euros? Now, Benfica signed Enzo Fernandez in last summer of 2022. Now, they included a clause that if at all you want to go on and sign him in the summer of 2023, after him spending 1 year at Benfica, you're supposed to pay 100 million pounds or 120 million euros. Now, United is one of those teams that is so much linked to this player, and it's a shame that Ralf Rangnick identified this player in the January transfer window of this year. He went ahead to let the board of United that Julian Alves, Enzo Fernandez, there is even this other guy who plays for RB Leipzig that has really earned himself a free move to Bayern Munich. He plays for Australia, where Ralf Rangnick is right now. Akanji. He gave us close to 5-6 names of players that really were fit to play for United, and United never brought any of those players. And this time around, it's Enzo Fernandez on the map of the world. Erik ten Hag trying to go on and get the signature. If you are to get the signature of Enzo Fernandez, 120 million euros are required to terminate the contract of this player, or to trigger that clause that is in the contract. Meaning that if there is any team that wants to buy Enzo Fernandez, supposed to go on and pay 120 million euros or 100 million pounds in the summer of 2023. Now, but there is another clause that if at all he really goes ahead to stay at Benfica, if a team comes in later in the other summer of 2024, they can pay some little bit of money. But you never know, if at all he continues to be on fire because he's already in the Champions League, they might even add in more money to go on and sign this player. Not so? So to me, I believe this is the right time to sign him, because he's really the best talent I've gone ahead to see as far as these midfielders are concerned. This guy is talented. To me, he's better than Frankie de Jong. He's better than Jude Bellingham. That's it. And Jude Bellingham is almost the same amount of money that they are calling for as Enzo Fernandez. I believe I go with Enzo Fernandez. Why? He plays in very many positions. Enzo Fernandez can play as a CDM. He can play in a double pivot as a box-to-box midfielder. He can also play as a central attacking midfielder. Obviously, he's going to be one of the best midfielders in the world. And I believe the likes of Real Madrid are keeping tabs on this player. And this is where I go on and give United a go on a player that even Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Chelsea are really wanting. This shows us that we are elevated to a level of competing with these players. And at the world level, that is what we should go on and really call for in this. And now Bruno Andrade has gone ahead to confirm to us that United are overtaking Liverpool in the race for Enzo Fernandez. There are already ongoing conversations between all involved. United are even willing to pay 120 million release clause. And people have gone ahead to downplay this story, but people who are downplaying this story don't know what is happening at Manchester United. You see, when such stories come out, it's an indication that maybe the new owners have started to talk with Erik ten Hag, and maybe the new owners of United have just started to lay a plan of who and when should United bring in that player. Yesterday, we ran a story about João Felix. João Felix being linked to Manchester United, £80 million initial fees, all loan fees, and paying his salary of £250,000 a week does not come anyhow like that. It comes in because there is someone who is propelling these things, and United are really chasing these players because they know they are really someone who's going to come in through and really make this done. For Enzo Fernandez, it's not going to be a January transfer window. It's going to be a deal for next summer, meaning that the new owners would have already been here. As Liverpool was identified and mentioned out as one of the teams that are really taking the lead in the pursuit of Enzo Fernandez and them willing to go out and really pay that money, United was nowhere in the picture because for us, we knew the player was identified by Ralf Rangnick at just 20-30 million euros. United downplayed it. Benfica came in through, they signed Enzo Fernandez. He's now a player worth 120 million euros. Remember, he was the best young talent at the World Cup. And I dispute all rumors, all allegations, all narratives of people coming out and saying that he is a World Cup shinee. He's a World Cup player who shined at the World Cup and he shouldn't be bought that amount of money. Guys, Kylian Mbappe was at Monaco before he even played the World Cup. He was bought at 197, was it 197? 197 million euros from Monaco to PSG. You get? There are special players in this world, and Enzo Fernandez is one of that. He's in that caliber of special players. With Erik ten Hag and how he has shown us they can go ahead and really improve these players, I believe Enzo Fernandez is one of those. So, I was talking about first behind all this. It's the new owners. I think Erik ten Hag has submitted a list of players that he wants to sign in the summer, in the January transfer window, and they are looking at those that are really realistic that can happen in the January transfer window and those that can happen in the summer. That's why you saw in the same week, a story of Frenkie de Jong developed. Do you know why? Because Ten Hag couldn't go ahead to raise that he wants to sign he wanted to sign Frenkie de Jong when the Glazers were still the owners of Manchester United and have not given green light to the sale of United. But after them giving a green light to the sale of United and them identifying a buyer, I'm just insinuating according to what is happening and adding dots, we are now being linked to Enzo Fernandez and Frenkie de Jong. Remember, Ten Hag told us when asked if he was told about the takeover of Manchester United, he said yes. And Richard Arnold told me that United going in to pay that United going in to be sold means more investment, and United will be spending heavily. See what has happened ever since Erik ten Hag revealed that we are being linked to these players, and Enzo Fernandez plus Frenkie de Jong together, that means the deal is going to cost us close to 200 million euros. And I believe that investment is going to be available. And there is no way we would have been linked to those players, and we know Ten Hag wants them, if at all we don't have a new buyer around or a new owner of United agreed on by the Glazers. So I believe this is all engineered by the Glazers, and I don't want to hear anyone complain about Enzo Fernandez. I know Enzo Fernandez is better than Jude Bellingham. One of the players that we are being linked to, Jude Bellingham, 130 million euros. Why aren't people coming out and complaining about it? Because it's English. But for me, put Enzo Fernandez here and Jude Bellingham here, 100% go with Enzo Fernandez on any day. He's better than Jude Bellingham, according to me. So that's what a story told us yesterday about this Enzo Fernandez guy coming in at Manchester United. Now, we all knew that the contracts that United had triggered a one-year contract, but we had not gotten a real source from Manchester United. I'm talking about the main figures, because the reporters, Laurie Whitwell, Samuel Lucas, James Dunker came out and really said that. But now we are having the manager of Manchester United, Erik ten Hag, coming out and revealing to us whose contract was triggered and why they are triggered. Now, Ten Hag is going to need to confirm to us that United have triggered one-year contract extensions for Marcus Rashford, Luke Shaw, Dalot, and Freddie. We all know that. And the reason is simple. They don't want these players to be disturbed by clubs in January by talking to them. If they never did that, then they would have guaranteed or granted them a chance to approach teams that really want to sign them next summer on a free. Now, reasons have been given by Ten Hag as to why this has been done, because it has been done before the January transfer window. Ten Hag asked if they triggered one-year contract extensions for Rashford, Shaw, Dalot, and Freddie said yes. I can confirm we are happy because the squad is going in the right direction and those players have a massive contribution in that direction. That's what Ten Hag really had to say. Now, he continued to say that we want to develop, we want to support those players, we want them to keep in our process. So that's why we came to these decisions. I'm sure they are the right decisions. So Ten Hag has gone ahead to reveal to us why they went ahead to go and do this. You get? He's talking about they are part of the future of United. That's why we came to these decisions. He said, and we want to keep them in our process. So the process that Erik Ten Hag is doing for Manchester United is really having fruits, and you can see evidently what it means to be having a manager like Erik Ten Hag in this era. He's doing the best. He's doing the unusual at Manchester United. The players are really having his back. He's having their players' backs, and he is really doing the needful. Now, the technique of building a team is to allow a manager to really let go the players doesn't want and let keep the players he wants, and this is what he's doing. But I believe amongst all these players, I'm going to be surprised if at all Freddie is given a new contract. A long contract. I believe Rashford, Shaw, and Dalot are going to be given a long contract. But for Freddie, I have question marks. I really believe that the reason as to why they did that, they don't want to lose him out on a free, and they can collect some good money out of him. And we've already had PSG coming out and putting in its interest for this player known as Freddie Rodriguez, that they are willing to pay £30 million for Freddie. And I believe that money will be available for Freddie Rodriguez. Then he concluded on this by telling us the following, that we want to construct a team for the future, so for longer years, and those players, Rashford, Fred, Shaw, and Dalot, have to be part. So he confirms that these players have to be part, and that's what the gist of constructing his team is. And it's very much okay to say to it that he is really leaning on these 4 players that he found at Manchester United and never signed, because it really shows you that at least they've been some good players at United that really lacked a good manager to get improved. Rashford has improved massively, Shaw has, and Dalot has. Though for me, Freddie has a lot of question marks, and they are really inclined on his consistency, because he is a good player, but his consistency is always lacking. He can give you 2-3 good games, then the rest of the games he can be trash on the field of play. But I believe Ten Hag has the best plan for this. And the reason as why he needs Enzo Fernandez and Frankie de Jong is because he wants to get rid of Freddie and bring the other ones as replacements for Freddie at Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Tell me your thoughts about United taking over what we call Enzo Fernandez in the race of them with Liverpool. What are your thoughts about it? And Erik Ten Hag confirming to us that these contracts have been triggered for the extension of 1 more year, and the reasons as given. Do you agree with him? Yes or no? Rock and David is my name. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on the channel. I'm out for now. See you later. Merry Christmas, and may the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. I'm out.